The Sarki rulers of Jaunpur are known for the Atala Mosque. So the Sarki rulers, they were basically famous for the monuments which they have built, that is the Atala Mosque. The Malwa rulers of Mandu built the Jami Masjid, Hindola Mahal and Jahaz Mahal. So even the Malwa rulers of Mandu, they have made the Jami Masjid, Hindola Mahal and the Jahaz Mahal. And in this picture there is Char Minar which is present in Hyderabad. Rajput forts used jharokas, decorated gateways, and mirror works along with a lot of color in their construction. So the Rajputs, their way of building a monuments were quite different from the Mughals. They used jharokas. Even the gate were decorated, and they used to decorate the monuments with the help of mirror work with different colors. Chitrashala or picture galleries were regular features of all Rajput structures. So even the Chitrashala, that means a room where they used to draw the painting, were also a regular feature of Rajput structure. These can be found in Nagaur, Bundi, Jaipur, Jhansi, Orchha, Rang Mahal at Chamba, and Sultanpur Palace in Kullu in Himachal Pradesh. So these are the different types of forts which were made by the Rajput. The gold lecture work used in Bikaner is believed to be the inspiration behind the Golden Temple at Amritsar. So it is believed that the Rajputs, they used to construct or design the wall with the help of gold lecture work, and which can be seen in the Bikaner palace, and it is believed that they have used this gold lecture work with the inspiration behind the Golden Temple which is present in Amritsar. The rulers of Kashmir were also great builders. So even the rulers of Kashmir, they were great builders. They built mosque with turret, that means small towers. The Vijay Nagara ruler in the Deccan were also known for their beautifully designed fine temples in Hampi, such as the Vithala and Virupaksha temple. So even the Vijayanagara rulers, especially in the Deccan area, that is in the southern part of India, they were known for the beautifully designed fine temple that is present in Hampi. That is Hampi, and the name of the temple is Vithala and Virupaksha temple. In this picture, this is a temple of Virupaksha temple which is in Hampi. See the type of structure or monuments they used to make. That means which were made by the Vijayanagara rulers. Next is painting. During the medieval period, a number of painting styles developed and became popular due to the generous patronage received by the artists from their royal masters. Some of these are discussed below. So during the medieval period, a huge number of painting styles were developed, and many you can say painters or the artists, they have got a huge amount of fame. Okay, and even the you can say they have got huge reputation, and how, with the help of the royal master, that means the emperor. Let us discuss some of them. Imperial Mughal painting. Mughal painting is a particular style of Indian painting generally confined to illustration on the books and done in miniatures, and which emerged and developed and took shape during the period of Mughal period, that is 16th to 19th century. So Mughal painting is quite different from the Indian painting. Okay, and they are generally made of the books. Okay, either they are done on the books or a piece of paper, or they are done in miniature, that means in the form of small paintings. Slowly and gradually it keeps on developing and changing from in the entire Mughal period, that is from 16th to 19th centuries. Mughal paintings were a unique blend of Indian, Persian, and Islamic style. So, just like the architecture, even the paintings were the combination of different culture or style, that is, the Indian style, Persian style, and the Islamic style. Because of the Mughal king wanted to visual record of their deeds as hunters and conquerors, these artists accompanied them on military expedition or missions of state, or recorded their power as animal slayer, or depicted them in the great dynastic ceremonies of marriages. So during the Mughal period, the Mughal emperor wanted to record their activities. That means whenever they go for the hunting the animal, or in order to conquer or capture any area which they have won with the help of their army. They used to carry, or you can say, they used to carry or accompanied by the artist with them, so that they can draw the painting. Okay, draw the painting of the military expedition, or how they are hunting the animals, or how they are winning the battle in a painting form, so that they can show that how they are powerful. Okay, and even different types of dynastic ceremonies, that is of marriages, that means the marriage ceremonies were also drawn in the form of painting, so that it can be used in the further upcoming generation by their family, and they can show that how the Mughal people, or how the Mughal emperors were strong, and what were their achievements. Akbar's reign, that is 1556 till 1605, ushered a new era of Indian miniature painting. So Akbar also plays an important role in order to develop the Indian miniature painting. After he had consolidated his political power, he built a new capital at Fatehpur Sikri, where he collected artists from India and Persia. So after he capture as number of territories in his empire, he built a new capital at Fatehpur Sikri, where he collected a huge amount of artists, not only from India but also from Persia. He was the first monarch who established in India an atelier under the supervision of two Persian master artists, that is Mir Sayyid Ali and Abdus Samad. So he was the first emperor in India who had made a you can say a painting you can say fort, or a painting palace, where two famous Persian masters were given responsibility to look after the painting section in his empire, and they were Mir Sayyid Ali and Abdus Samad. Earlier, both of them had served under the patronage of Humayun in Kabul and accompanied him to India when he regained his throne in 1555. So, before Akbar's, that means before serving the Akbar, these two persons, that is these two artisan or artists, they were under the Humayun, that is father of that means under the Humayun under the patronage of Humayun, that is father of Akbar. Okay, and who was in Kabul, and when he again recaptured India in recapture India, and again got the throne of Mughal Empire in India in 1553. More than 100 painters were employed, most of whom were Hindus from Gujarat, Gwalior, and Kashmir, who gave birth to a new school of painting, popularly known as Mughal School of Miniature Painting. So, during the Akbar period, more than 100 painters were employed, most of them were Hindus, they were from Gujarat, Gwalior, and Kashmir, and who gave birth, that means who discovered a new school of painting, popularly they were known as Mughal School of Miniature Painting.